So getting into prevention versus promotion questions with an eye on the time. This is a concept that was actually popularized or brought to attention a few years ago with studying the questions that male versus female founders get asked. And I think it was done by like Harvard Business Review or like some researchers over there. And it was found that female founders were more often being asked prevention type questions than promotion type questions. So promotion questions ask about the future and how wonderful everything could be. Prevention type questions asks about risks, asks about the past, ask about how horrible everything could be or how things could go wrong. And so kind of put you on your back foot, like a little bit more defensive versus promotion. And it's not just like male versus female founder type question. Like investors ask everyone prevention and promotion questions. This, I'm sure, is also present in like different geographies or different like ethnicities. But at the end of the day, I think what's important for you to know is just that these types of questions exist, and there are things that you can do to turn a prevention question into a promotion question, which puts you at your best advantage. So an example of a promotion question is, how are you going to acquire customers? This is forward-looking. It's, giving you an opportunity to talk about growth. Versus a prevention question would be, what is your customer retention strategy? This is talking about losing customers or like something bad that could happen. So you can kind of feel the difference. And as you're answering these questions, like what's important is to hold on to your big picture vision, hold that in your head, and try to drive all of your answers to be future oriented, moving you towards that big picture vision. So I broke this down into steps to spin a prevention question towards promotion. The first thing you're going to do is make sure that you actually address the question that the investor is asking. And the reason you do this is to show that you're listening and to stay connected to the investor. Like you don't just want to, start talking about something completely different, because that breaks the connection a little bit. The second thing you want to do is frame the topic that they're asking about as positively as possible. Some possible ways to do this are to point out something you've learned, to point out something about your users that's, generally connected to the topic, to point out a shift in the world or the market that is working towards your advantage, or to link to a bigger strategy and point out that what you're doing is intentional. And then thirdly, kind of always ending on this note, redirect the question and connect whatever you're talking about back to your big picture vision, which should be, along the lines of, we're going to take over this space. This is an intentional plan. And once we do this, like kind of the world as we're trying to make it will become inevitable.